Welcome to the Fabulous Life 21-day challenge to ignite your fabulous life. We have with us a fabulous coach, Dr. Andrea Blackwood Harriet. And let me tell you, I am so excited for us to be here for this challenge. Now, here's the thing. We believe that this event is an opportunity for you to treat yourself, just to step out of the normal, everyday, hecticness and treat yourself. And apparently, the dress code today is red. And I like
Awesome, awesome. Good. Sound is bad.
and we also have other coaches that are into mindset, creativity, beauty, and transformation. So you will find that the fabulous life your life to the awesomeness of your life. So, Doc, are you with me? Huh?
I've muted my
Are
mic
you with me,
for
Doc?
better. I
Let's
am
see.
certainly with you. Can you hear me? I am absolutely here with you.
Oh, hold on. Getting some feedback.
You're muted.
Yes. Because I had actually put on my cell phone, tried it, but technology has decided to do something else. All right, just a reminder, we are in our day 6 of our 21-day challenge to build your fabulous life. So we have a little journey to go that you should stay with us for the entire journey because it's going to be super legit. And so now I'm going to allow Doc to take over. Let me see. I'm going to let Doc take over. And this is about the wellness boost. So over to you, Doc.
All right, look here, fabulous people. I hope you're tuning in. I am Andrea Blackwood Harriet, and I am the coach that gets you into your fabulous body and get you basically out of those habits that might compromise your health and wellness. So today I am going to continue. What gives you a wellness boost? And as we said last week, a wellness boost coming at this time is absolutely fabulous. Now, wellness is about practicing healthy habits on a daily basis so you can have better physical and mental outcomes. So it's not just the absence of big diseases, but it is really living life full out, full capacity, vital, and just being out there on the top of your game. So last week we dealt with detox, and today we're going to deal with water. Water, okay? So your wellness boost for today is all about having enough water and why. So let me just, you know, it was very theoretical for me at first. And I remember being look, 1997 might seem like a long time ago, but it was so burned in my memory. I used to sew, and this was a time when there's a lot of fabric in downtown Manhattan. There was a fabric district, and I went out, man, because I always brought a full suitcase of fabric back from New York to make all kind of gorgeous things at home. And I was in New York and I felt myself getting faint. So what on earth is the matter? And I felt myself getting faint, and I rushed into the I rushed back into the fabric store, and I asked for a seat. And they came around and they started to fan, and they said, "What, ambulance?" And then I said, "Give me some water." Because I remembered that I had left the house early because I wanted a full day to shop downtown New York, downtown Manhattan, and I had not had any water. And the real coincidence is that I was on a detox program because 1997 was the first time I was using Herbalife to lose weight. And a part of the regime that I was on a detox program. And I needed to have been flushing all those products, breakdown of fat out of my body, or else it would have given me a toxic headache. And that is exactly what happened. I was alone, almost embarrassed myself, and it would have been a disaster if I did not just say to the person, "Oh my gosh, I need some water." So sometimes you feel heady, you feel you have brain fog, things happen to you. But for me, that was the most extreme. So let's go through why drinking water actually gives you a clear advantage. You know, they say if you have to eat a frog, eat that frog early in the morning. That's Brian Tracy, right? And Brian is talking about whatever habits you have to do that you may not like to do. Get that habit out of the way first thing in the morning. And the recommendation now is that, let's say you weigh 150 pounds, that you should have half of that, which would be 75 in ounces of water. So for a woman who or a man who is weighing 150 pounds, you should have half your body weight in water, and that is going to make some fabulous things happen for you. We say, I, as a wellness coach, guiding women to be just gorgeous and fabulous and develop new habits, and to, you know, have a great relationship with food and their bodies, then I say, you drink a gallon a day. A gallon is 128 ounces. And some persons say, wow, I can't drink that. My body can't take it. Well, you know, a gallon is 3.68 liters, and your body have the capacity to handle almost 2 gallons a day of water. That is 7 liters of water, and your body can process 1 whole liter of water per hour. So, you know, you look at the body and you say, oh boy, I'm so solid. My bones are solid. Well, I know that my flesh have water because when I get burned, when something burns me, you wonder where all that water come from. Have you ever noticed that? When you get a burn, you say, oh, there was so much water in my system when the big watermark come up. Or when you know that there is water in tissue that looks solid, is like when you burn the chicken. You put the chicken in the oven, and for some reason you get distracted, and when you go back, the chicken tough, shrivel up, dehydrated. So let's just look at different parts of your body that you may think is so solid, but when you look at it, you are 60% water. This is why we say drink half your body weight in ounces of water, because every pound of your body needs about about 8 ounces of water. So let's go to the next slide, please, Denise. The next slide, please. The next slide, please. All right, thank you so much. Now, you may know that your brain, no, the image. You may know, no, go back, please. Go back
Okay.
to the image of the
Yes,
man
yes,
drinking
I'm
water.
coming. Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So the one below that is bigger, so they can see it. The one below this, just one, just go down one. Just go down one. All right. Well, your brain, you can think that your brain is 75% water. Can you imagine why you get brain fog? Why I almost fainted, or rather in Manhattan, why I couldn't think, didn't know where I was. Then your blood. Well, you can see that your blood is liquid, but 83% of your blood is water. And the muscles that I was talking about in your body and in a chicken leg or in a piece of beef, 75% of what you see there is just water. Now, the one that might be surprising to you is that your bones, which seems so solid, 22% of your bones are comprised of water. And so you need that water. You need that water to even breathe. If your throat gets dry, you realize you can't even swallow. And you're going to have a challenge. It is that time of day when the truck drivers are going home. And just to block them out a little more completely, let me just put this in. It might not be glamorous, but Denise, you need to bring me some earbuds when you're coming back.
Okay.
Need something more modern than these strings around my neck, but at least I think it will block out the sound of any big vehicle going up the hill.
Yes.
Okay. So I was saying to you, like, if your mouth is dry, like when your nostrils are blocked up, and you're breathing through your mouth, you see how hard that is because you get dehydrated. Your mouth, the mucous membrane inside your mouth, when that gets dry, it's hard to breathe. And there's some other things like let's talk about it. Constipation. Without enough water, your body functions kind of, from your digestive function overall, just get compromised. Without water, you can't convert the food to energy. Without water, you might say, oh, the fluid in my knee dry up. That's what the doctor tells me. I have arthritis because the fuel in my knee has dried up. All of that synovial fluid, water. So there are many important functions of the body that relies on water. And here are some things. I mean, if you find yourself too sleepy in the daytime, you might just be dehydrated. Because if your muscles can't support you, if the brain is foggy, just 1 to 2% dehydration. If you're supposed to take, let's say, 100 ounces of water per day, and you go ahead and take 98, you're going to be 2% dehydrated. And that leads to daytime tiredness. Can you imagine that? It also makes you can't stand up. And here's a good thing about water. If you drink half a liter, 500 mils of water, you increase the rate at which your body works by 25% for up to 2 hours after you've had that amount of water. So you get a clear advantage by just drinking water. Now, how many of you think you can't drink a gallon of water per day? And what do you do to ensure
So, Doc.
that you drink that? Yes, go ahead, please, Denise.
So, Doc, I wanted to jump in here and go back to eating the frog. You
Yes,
know, oh, drink so much water. And water, I don't like water.
I know.
I mean, oh, it's like,
Yes,
you're asking me to do
yes, yes, I am
more.
asking you to drink, and that's why
I'm
I have
going
these
to
things here. I have
every
these things here because initially I thought about, okay, many persons will say, oh, I drink 4 bottles of this, or I drink 6 bottles of this. I mean, this regular bottle is like 16 ounces, and that is 500 mils. Everybody said, this is good. 'Cause if you drink one of this, 500 mils, your metabolism goes up by 25% within 2 hours of drinking just this. But
right.
500 mils is a far cry from almost 8 times this, because 8 times 500
Yes.
is approximately a gallon, right? And people wonder, how can I move from this to a whole gallon? So, whenever you want to eat a frog, you eat it first thing in the morning. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are like 4 principles to help you change a habit. 4. And that's what I have on the other slide. Right? So clarify in the morning that you're intending to drink that water. How did I move from this bottle, right, to this bottle, which is like 20 ounces, to this bottle, which is like 40 ounces. And there's something interesting I notice. Now, this bottle, you have to drink so dainty. All your lip get tired sometimes, right? It takes a little while when you're trying to up level. This one, even worse, because you have to, oh, the sports water bottle. I'm gonna tell you, it doesn't look glamorous, but when I put this one to my head and I take this off and I take a sip, my mouth full, and it goes down so easily. So 3 of this for me, right, is a gallon. Each is 40, and 3 times 40 is 120. So I'm very close to my gallon. And I found that not only setting the intention by having water always with you, but also having the right container that makes it easy. So, as I said, there are four ways to develop a new habit. And the first one is to make it obvious. Have a prompt or a cue, as they would say. A cue, we can say have a clue, but it's a cue, right? So you have to decide where are you going to consume the water? How are you going to get it all done? So make it clear, and then say where in your schedule you are going to anchor it. So to get in my water, I know that by the time I'm finished breakfast, this first 40 ounce is finished, because I jump out of bed and I drink some. I have my tea and I drink some. Go for my walk and I drink some. Then I have my breakfast and I drink the rest. So by the time 9 o'clock comes around, I am 1/3 the way there. Then I get to my desk, and I have a practice of getting up every hour, because they say, you again, as a health, that's something you do for your health. The more you sit, the more you decrease your metabolism. And all the ergonomic experts now say that you should get up every hour and move for at least 5 to 10 minutes, because we're killing ourselves. We're making our lower body muscles, weaker, our back, our brain. So That's another conversation we can have with you. But so my schedule is every time I get up to stretch, I also have between 3 and 500 milliliters, or between 3 and 8 ounces of water. So you see, I make it clear what I'm going to do. I make a schedule as to how can I finish the water, and I seek to implement it. Now, Denise can't drink water. I mean, plain water is so boring,
But
very
Doc,
boring.
Doc, I want to cut you. One quick minute. We have a question. What about
Yes.
persons, and it's from Facebook, what about persons who say that they drink less water because they don't want to keep running to the bathroom? How do you suggest these people balance the balance
Okay.
in drinking water?
Okay. So I would say if you want to up the amount of water you drink, begin practicing on a weekend. Because if you have not been drinking water, like the body is very intelligent and the body resists change. The body, when it gets fat, don't want to get slim. The body, when you have not been drinking water, don't want to drink water. And so when you just start drinking water, the body will make it go to the bathroom quickly. It will begin to excrete it. But after 2 to 3 days, everything normalizes. And you find that your bladder is not as sensitive, so you can actually consume more water. So start on a weekend and just start to give yourself the water. All right. And then by Monday, it's okay. Then if you top and tail it to say, okay, the bulk of it in the morning, and then 500 or 8 ounces every hour. I had a client who would set her clock, and every hour it would alarm, and every hour that meant that she would go drink some water. So that's what would happen. And she got it in. So to change a habit, you have to have a clue or a prompt, make it clear. Then you have to make it attractive. And many persons can drink a gallon of orange juice. Many persons will drink a liter or 2 liters of soda without a second thought. It means that it's not a problem for drinking the water. For drinking liquid is that they don't want to drink the water. So one of the things that I do, and I can offer you the different ways to put flavor in your water depending on what you like. Some persons use like cinnamon, vanilla. Some persons like peppermint fragrance. I like fruits. So I would do apple and strawberry and grapes. It doesn't take a lot. Some persons love cucumber because it's so nice and refreshing. So a little cucumber, a dash of lime juice, you have it in the bottle overnight, and by morning, it's so loved and refreshing. You may go to a hotel and see they use like lemon or lime, and they put it in a big cooler, and then of course you drink the water. And you leave the fruit. The fruit is not fair to eat. It's just to infuse flavor in the water. They're different combination. Some persons like mint. Some persons put a little bit of tea. Once you get the liquid in, it's okay. And what I was saying, about making it easy, that's what I was saying. Like, experiment with what makes it easy. I found that this 40-ounce bottle makes it easy for me to drink and track. I'm not struggling with the sports bottle that give my jaw exercise. Like, I'm not struggling with this that oftentimes make me guzzle. I mean, do I go so? Do I go, oh? How do I drink this? I find a way to make it easy by having your water everywhere, and maybe in something that you love to hold and to put to your mouth and to drink from. So just find a way to make it easy. For my clients, I brainstorm with them what would make it easy for you. And the fourth way to really get into any habit is to make it satisfying. So what is, great skin and brain clarity and so on may not happen instantaneously, but what can you do to congratulate yourself that you now are drinking the 1 gallon of water? So do something to celebrate. Some persons, like a footballer, they say, do something that is non-food. Just don't go now and go and have 2 glasses of wine. Do something that's non-food that celebrate that today I had my water. Some persons do something as simple as they do a star, star like what the kids get at school for being a good boy or girl. They give themselves a star on their calendar, right?
All right.
Yes, I did it. Yes.
Doc, one of our Facebook users asked if you could use your wine glass to make the water more of a moment.
Yes, because it's just so I have some nice big wine goblet. It's almost those big ones that you put wine that has a nice big fragrance. I forget what the name of that glass is, but it's not a regular. It's not a champagne glass. It's not it's a one of those big one. I forgot, but they're those. I have some of those that is like 10 ounces of water. So if you're at your place,
so I think I should invest in a wine goblet to get more water in.
Yes, invest in a goblet, and it actually tastes different. It actually tastes better in a goblet. So we can do that. We can definitely do that.
Yes, with a nice silver tray and a bucket. Do the whole champagne thing, but just water, and make it more. Yes, I shall.
And what you can do also, if you're in that moment, and if you can afford it, because what you can do is sometimes add like a sparkling water, a little Perrier water, with your regular water in your wine goblet, and with a little flavor. Oh my gosh, you're in heaven. It's a gastronomical moment,
Right.
So you can do that. You can do that to just get it done.
So, Doc,
yes.
As we kind of wind down, because we promised for longer than 30 minutes.
Yes,
I see you have an awesome worksheet. I see.
Right. So it's just to try to, as you are with us, as you listen, just trying to get you to implement some of the stuff. So a gallon might seem like a lot if you don't know how much you're currently drinking. So without changing anything tomorrow, could you just check and see how much water you're actually consuming? How much are you actually consuming? And what is your habit? When do you normally drink water? Right? So if you go with just awareness, first of all, because awareness is the beginning of change. So how much are you currently drinking? And when are you drinking it? And then look at, because I had to look at my habit and see, so when can I put water in? And as I told you, I have anchored, which is the word we use, anchored drinking water with things I normally do. So like if you wake up and then you put on coffee, hot water, that's a time to drink some water, because during the night you've spent like 8 hours not drinking and you're already partially dehydrated because you sweated during the night. And without putting any water in your system, you wake up already dehydrated. So first thing in the morning, 20 ounces is a great way to start. You will feel thirsty, you will want it. Then what else do you do? So look at your routine and see, well, what else? If you go out to walk like me, great. It's a wonderful time to put in some more water. Then after breakfast, it's a great time. If you're not a breakfast person, it's a great time to say at least I have some water in my system, right? So look at your routine. Say for example, if you're a teller at a bank and you're at that desk most of the times, but you do go for lunch. So do you have water, lots of water during your break? And then it is all right. So how can you make drinking water pleasurable? Are you going to add some mint? Are you going to do mint plus cucumber? Are you going to add whatever fruit you like? You know, are you going to infuse it with fruit or flavor? Whatever floats your boat. So how do you make your water drinking more pleasurable? So that's the main thing, a schedule that you can anchor your drinking water around, and then making yourself like it. And then I
Okay.
always want to know, what else do you want to know? And put questions on the Fabulous Life Focus page so we know how best to serve
Yes,
you. So
absolutely. And
that's
I
it.
just want to say thank you for staying with us. We have had some technology hiccups. I'll confess, the internet in and out, in and out. I will also say that you can definitely you can
Not hearing you. The challenge of a global business. I don't know if we're still on. Denise having a challenge with her her.
Yes, I was saying to everyone, thanks for staying with us and thank you. And are we, Doc, you with me?
I am with you. I am with you.
Right. So
Can you
thank
hear
you for staying.
me?
I can. So what I want to
Good.
say is in our private Facebook group, we will post all. So we will post the PowerPoints as units. And I just want to thank everyone. And you will, if you're on our email list, you will definitely get this information. And just thank you, Dr. Harriet, for giving us this information. Looking forward to seeing you.
All right. So tomorrow we're gonna deal with we have 2 units left. Sleep and exercise. Tomorrow is gonna be sleep, another interesting one. So let's see, how do you sleep more and are you sleeping enough?